All right. Do you have any questions on your homework? Good morning, everyone. Right. How did you do with alpha 2? 6 word problems. Okay. You will have another quiz this week to do word problems. One, two, three, four, five, six. I trust you guys have done it, right? Okay. Are we ready for alpha 3? Let's look at alpha 3. Okay. Alpha 3 is a set of word problems that on page number 4 in the notes. Okay, so let's take the first one for example. Let's take the first one for example. Alpha 3. Okay, alpha 3. Your 10 gallons of 40% grape juice is too sweet. Too sweet. How many gallons of 10% grape juice should be added to make 30% grape juice? Okay, so how do we, work this out? And of course you can, but we're talking about algebra way, and so we can get, we can get the right amount, just pour it in, okay? And that will ensure 30%, grape juice. It's not too sweet. So it may not be too sweet. Okay, so once again, we're gonna analyze this question. We're gonna analyze this question and see how we can discover how many gallons of 10% grape juice. So we have 2 kinds of juice. Actually, we have 3 kinds. 3 kinds of juice. 3 kinds of grape juice. Why we distinguish them into 3 different kinds of grape juice? Because their concentration is different. Their concentration is different. The 40% grape juice says, well, if you have 100 ounces, then 40 ounces are sugar, pure sugar. The 10% means what? It means if you have 100 ounces of grape juice and 10 ounces are pure sugar. That's what it means. So it's very much similar to the interest idea, right? The annual rate. If it's a 4%, 4% return means that you have $100 at the end of the year. You're going to have $4 in addition to your initial initial $100. You get 104. Okay, so it is the same concept. So here we're going to analyze, or I call it think out aloud. Think out aloud. Okay. Well, you can also have a scratch paper to really scratch this out. Is everybody with me? Hello, everyone. Can you show your face to me by any chance? If you have a webcam, please turn on your video. I actually wish to check to see if you guys have all the flashcards with you. The flashcards with 6 mathematics principles. Could you guys show me that? Come on, everybody. Everybody turn on your video. Show me your happy face. Hi, Marcello. Where's your flashcards? Where are your flashcards? Other people, please. Brianna, Francesco, Marilyn. Alan, Sofactra, Randall. So please show yourself to me.
If you could just give her a minute, she went to the restroom real quick.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So please show your face to me, and I would like you to show me your flashcards. Come on, guys. Flashcards. Did you do your flashcards? I have it in my computer. My webcam isn't working. Okay, that's fine. If your webcam is not working, that's okay. And I understand. Okay. How about everybody else? Can you show me your happy face? Give me a smile. Give me a smile. You want to show me your flashcards, Marcello? Marcello? How do you say your name, Marcello? Marcello? Okay, how about you take a picture of your 6 flashcards and send it to me pronto or upload it to the chat. Could you do that for me? Just take a picture of your flashcards and send it to the pronto. Yeah, send it to pronto. So please, could you do that for me? I'm checking on you. I got my pronto set up. All right. Pronto. Send me a picture of your 6 flashcards. So take one picture, please. Just one picture, okay? Flashcards, flashcards. Anybody sending anything to me? Okay. I haven't made it yet. Okay, so some of you making it. Oh, all right. So I'm going to check on you after the break. How about that? I'm going to check on you on the flashcard after the break. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, we are working on these mixture problems. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about the homework that we assigned to you on Alpha 2 on the investment problems? I plan on doing so in office hours. Okay, all right. Perfect. Okay, I'm glad you guys are doing it, okay? Don't delay, okay? Procrastination is not good, okay? But we all do, right? We all procrastinate, but try to catch up, okay? I'm not going to tell you I never procrastinated. I have. And afterwards, sometime I just regret it. I'll say, oh no, I should have done it, right? We should have done it. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at this question. How we analyze this question. Okay, so we read the question over and over again, and we realize there's three containers of juice, right? There's three containers of juice. There are different kinds. They're different kind. We have 10 gallons of 40%. And we don't know how many gallons of 10%. And we don't know how many gallons of 30% either, right? 10 gallons of 40%. For 10 gallons of 40%, how much sugar is in there? How much sugar is in 10 gallons of 4% grape juice? Right? How do we find out? This is how we find out. We will take a 10 gallon, which is the volume, multiply 40%. Okay, so the volume of the liquid, okay, the volume of the liquid, okay, volume of the liquid, multiply the concentration. Concentration means just how dense, or how dense it is with the substance. So and 40% is another quantity, we call it concentration. And this is also the word used in chemistry, okay? Concentration, rate, okay? So it's a rate, okay? So we have the volume of the liquid and the concentration of the liquid. When we multiply these two numbers, we get a third quantity, okay? So 10 has a meaning, 40% has a meaning, when we multiply these two quantities, it acquires a new meaning. Okay, what does it mean? Is it going to be the amount of pure sugar? Okay, the amount of pure sugar. We've done something similar before, didn't we? With the investment problems. Did we do that? What did we do there? What did we do there? Okay, so I'm going to set a table for comparison. Right? Volume of the liquid. Volume of the liquid. We did something similar. We did something similar. Okay, so that 10 times 40%. Okay, and the 40% is a concentration. I'm going to insert a row. Okay, so the 10 let me see if I can make this. Okay, the 10 is the volume. Oh, it doesn't move. Never mind. Have we done something similar before? Let's see if I can do this. Okay, can I put all of these over here? No, it doesn't allow me to do that. But anyway, I just try to make it, side by side comparison. Okay. Where else did we talk about this? We talk about, say, the total investment amount, principal, multiply annual rate, right? That's a percentage, right? We talked about this before, and the principal, maybe, we have talked about that before. And that principal multiply annual rate, and it will acquire a new meaning. What is that new meaning? Interest.
Interest amount.
That's right. When you look at these two formula, do they look similar? Do they look similar?
Yeah, it looks similar.
So it's the same idea, but different names, right? Does everybody see that? In the investment situation, the rate multiply principal at which you invest at this rate, you get interest. In this case, you take a volume, instead of calling it principal, we call it volume of the liquid, multiply the concentration of the liquid, and we get the amount of pure sugar. So it's really the same concept. It's really the same idea. Okay, it's really the same idea. So now, if I want to know how much pure sugar in the 10 gallons of 40% of juice, and I would just take 10% multiply 40%. I'm sorry, 10 gallons multiply 40%, right? 10 gallons apply 40%. Now, so now if we go back to read the question, I not only know I have 10 gallons of 40% grape juice, and I also know exactly how much pure sugar is in it. Do you follow me? The amount of pure sugar in it. And next, how many gallons of 10% grape juice should be added? We don't know how many gallons. That's what we're asked to find, right? Okay, so how about we assume that X gallons of 10% grape juice should be added. How about we assume there are X gallons of 10% grape juice will be added? Should be added in order to make that 30% grape juice, right? So we're introducing our variables now, right? Does everybody follow me? And next, you're going to tell me how much pure sugar is in X gallons of 10% grape juice. What is it? What is it? So now we have X gallons of 10% grape juice. We don't know that. We don't know X value, but we know the formula, don't we? We know the formula, don't we? I don't know what X is. So this time I don't know exactly how much, but I know exactly how to get it. Do you follow me? Then you say, how about the 30%? So the X gallon multiplied 10% will give us the amount of pure sugar. Does everybody follow me? If we know the volume, 10 gallons of the liquid and the 40% concentration, we multiply the two, we get the amount of pure sugar. And here we get another amount of pure sugar. And so how about for the 30%? Okay, I want you guys to think about it, okay? At the same time, I'm going to draw a picture. Did you guys write down the notes? Did you guys write down these in your notes? Everybody? Did you write it down? Everybody? So now this is the, this is the analysis, okay? And we understand how to find the amount of pure sugar or pure alcohol or pure what? Knowing the total volume or total amount and the concentration. Just like how we find interest from principal multiply annual rate. Does that make sense, you guys? So next we're gonna draw a picture together because right now we're just scratching our scratch paper, okay? We're just scratching our scratch paper. You have the question in front of you. Okay, I want you guys to have the question in front of you because we will constantly go back to refer to the questions. Okay, we constantly come back to refer to the question, to read the question over and over again. Okay, so now I'm going to draw some pictures and I want you guys to draw it with me. Okay, so now we're going to draw, let's see how I'm going to draw the container, right? So I'm just going to draw a container. One container, another container, and another container. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that this is going to hold my 40% juice, and this is going to hold my 10% juice, and this is going to hold my 30% juice. Okay, and I know I'm going to mix these two together. So how much of 40% juice do we have? Could you guys tell me? 10 gallons, right? Yeah? Does everybody follow me? How much of 10% we have? We don't know. X. X gallon. How much will be the 30% in volume? We add these two liquid, right? We add these two containers, liquids. So one container has 10 gallon, the other container has X gallon. If you add these two, how many gallons do you have? Would that be 10 plus X gallon? Do you agree? Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's look at the amount of pure sugar, right? Because we can see clearly here that 10 plus X is 10 plus X because we put these two together, right? So now I may just say, okay, because I'm adding these two containers together, and it's going to be something like that, right? Yes? So this is a comparing to the volume, okay? 10 gallons put together with the X gallons, we get 10 plus X gallons. But each container in the 40% and 10%, they have pure sugar. How much pure sugar is in this container? Pure sugar is sweet. So let's pure sugar. How much pure sugar is here? How much pure sugar is here? How much pure sugar is there? Could you tell me how you find out the amount of pure sugar here in the 10%, 40% of 10 gallon? We just did it, right? We take 10, multiply 40%. That's pure sugar, isn't it? How much pure sugar would it be in the 10% of X gallon? And that's going to be X gallon multiply 10%. Right? Pure sugar. Now, the final mixture, how much pure sugar is in there? You will take the volume, multiply 30%. And the amount of sugar, when we add these two containers, the amount of sugar, and this sugar add that sugar should be the same as the other sugar on the other side of equal sign. Do you guys follow me? We got our equation already. We got our equation already. We got our equation already. Do you guys follow me? So this is the analysis. I'm waiting for you guys to write it down and asking questions. Questions. Questions, please. Okay, so you're going to put this down on one piece of paper. Okay, this is more like your scratch paper, but it's a very important piece of scratch paper. Okay, because later I will show you how we organize our work. Okay, this is the graphical way of organizing our work. Anybody has any questions? Please don't hesitate. Wrote it down. Wonderful, wonderful. Everybody? Okay.
Do we always have to do this drawing to find our equation?
No, you don't have to, but you should know it. I will show you exactly how much work you're going to show to turn in to get credit. How about that? But this is, I'm leading you to understand the question. You get it?
Yes.
I.e. how to analyze. You don't have to show all of these to me, but you need to know how to do this, okay? When we get there, I will show you. I'll show you. Do you guys understand this whole picture? Because I'm going to erase it in a few minutes, or I'm going to erase it anytime once you're ready.
I'm ready, Professor.
Okay. So you wrote down on your paper, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to start to organize my work. Okay. Another way to organize our work is by table. Okay, remember all of these we're doing here, what are we doing? We're doing think out aloud. We're doing this work on scratch paper. Do you turn in your scratch paper in your class? In your English class? Unless it's required, right? You're going to revise it and revise it and revise it over and over again until you find your essay is perfect, and then you turn it in. Does that make sense? Unless your teacher say, oh, this time you're going to turn your first draft. That's a different question. And I've been asking my student to turn in your best work. So you need to revise it and revise it and revise it. By the way, I'm speaking from my own experience. Okay, as a student, you know, when I was a student, you turn in your best work. You turn in your best work. You don't turn in any work, you turn your best work. Why? Because if you turn your best work, you ensure you get the best points. You get the best score. I care very much about my grade. Yeah, I do. All right. Okay, so we're doing this on the scratch paper, and we have all of these things here. And next, another way to organize our work is we're making a table. Maybe I have another row, just in case, another column. Okay, so I'm going to organize my work. Okay, we have a 40% juice, grape juice. Okay, and mixed with 10% grape juice. And our mixture is 30% grape juice. Okay. And the amount of pure sugar, amount of pure sugar right? Or let me put this over here. How much do I have? What's the volume of the volume? Volume. Sorry, volume. For the 40% grape juice, I have 10 gallons. Okay, so they all use the same unit. 10 gallons. How many gallons of grape juice with 10%? I don't know. The mixture is 10 plus X. Amount of pure sugar. What is the amount of pure sugar in 40%? 10 multiply 40%. You don't need to rush to do the calculation, really. Just multiply that. Just write it down the same way I do. How about that? Okay, don't try to calculate. You can do that later. Okay, the next one is what? X multiply 10%. And you understand the meaning of these products, right? The meaning of the product is different from the meaning of 10 and the concentration. They each have names, okay? So if you want to do concentration, for example, right? If you want to simplify this, concentration. then you can just remove the grape juice. They don't need to be there. Okay, just make it short and simple. Okay, and the amount of pure sugar, you have 3 categories of quantities. 3 categories of quantities. Concentration, percentage. They're same type of data. They're same type of data. They are comparable. These are the apple and these are the apple compared with apples. Volume, they are the oranges. These are the oranges. Okay. So here, so if you want to say we only compare apple with apples, orange with orange, right? Banana with bananas. Okay. Pineapples with pineapples. I love pineapples. Who love pineapples? If these are apple and these are orange, and let's make these to be pineapples. Pineapples. What I'm trying to say here is that these are different kinds of data. You can see from the quizzes I give you. I want you to be absolutely clear. This number has certain meaning. The second number has certain meaning. When you multiply these two, you have a third meaning. And you need to be absolutely clear about those meanings. Do you follow me? You can see how much I emphasize that, don't you? Did you see how much time I spent explaining this, how much I emphasize this? Because that's at the core of understanding. The actual value is less important than this. Meaning, okay? Meaning is the ultimate emphasis of this class of mine. Okay? Meaning. All right. So now how much pure sugar would this be? Well, we have the total volume, 10 plus X, multiply the concentration. Okay, the amount of pure sugar in the 2 containers mixed up, we put them together. And so before we put them together and after we put them together, the amount of pure sugar should be the same. So this pure sugar and the other pure sugar, that's before, and we put them together, we're adding them, it should be the same as the amount of pure sugar in the final solution. This is the equation. This is the equation. So all of these analysis we do is for this moment. Okay, so now I think we're ready to, what are we ready for? We are ready to put everything together to show work. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask me. Okay. So solution. This is the kind of solution.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
had a question. I wasn't able to connect for whatever reason until like maybe 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything?
I don't know. So as we proceed, okay, if you have any questions, just stop me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so now we have done all these analysis from the beginning, right? We have the liquid, how to find the amount of pure substance. It could be sugar, it could be alcohol, it could be anything. It could be all kinds of liquid, right? All kinds of liquid. Okay. And so we analyzed, so we drew the picture. So you probably missed the picture. I don't know if you missed the picture. Okay, if necessary, I will draw the picture again. So let's see. So when you watch the recording, if you miss lecture, you watch the recording, you should have those pictures there. But if necessary, I will do things for you 1,000 times. I'll do things for you 1,000 times. Okay. So when you have this equation, in this equation, you see there's x. Your reader, sometimes is me, absolutely need to know what this x means. If you read this sentence, right, this if statement, you will have to know what x means as well, isn't it? Anybody. So you need to tell me what that x means, okay? So what is that x means? Right here. We have made that assumption right there. Assume X gallons of 10% grape juice should be added to make 10%, 30% grape juice. You see how easy it is to specify the variable? You really just take the last sentence. You really just take the last sentence, or question sentence in the question. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you make that sentence. Okay. How many gallons of 10% grape juice should be added to make 30% grape juice? So when you introduce your variable, you just pretty much change this sentence a little bit and put it right there. Do you guys see that? You don't even need to create your own sentences. It's right there. You just have to, you know, make how many the question sentence into a statement. Do you follow me? Okay. So you can change the way to say it. Say, let X be the gallons of 10% grape juice need to be added to make 30% grape juice. You can say things like that. You know, you guys are, you know, you guys are all native speakers. Your English is way better than mine, right? So you just need to specify that variable, and this specification is, as I said, always 2 points. But I absolutely need to see this. If you don't have this, you don't have that 2 points. You get it? And that's the same criteria for everybody. Okay. If you put this sentence at the end of the work you do, you're going to have 1 less point. That means your essay is not written well. Your essay is not written well. Okay, you're not doing this for me. You're doing this for the wholesomeness of your work, the integrity of your work. Okay. All right. 2 points. And next, you can just go ahead with the equation. Then you put that equation right there. Then you'll say, how about this table? This table is optional. If you want to put it there, if you want to put the tables there, just like the table we did before with the investment questions, it's optional. It's optional. Optional means that you're not necessarily given points for it. And this equation, however, 5 points. 5 points. Table is optional. But a lot of people do put in, I do encourage you to put some kind of tables there or graph there on the side. But make sure your work is very well organized. You want to get points from me, right? Then you better organize your work so well so that I will not miss your point. And I read from left to right, top to bottom. Okay, Just like I read your English essay. Of course, I know you don't need to turn in your English essay to me. I don't teach an English class, but you treat this just like you're writing an English essay. Okay, all right. And then the next part, of course, is solving equation. Solving equation, of course, we know is also 5 points, right? Also 5 points. How do we solve this equation? Do you think you can solve this equation yourself? And here's my preferred way of solving it. Okay, so here's my preferred way to solving. I'm still going to show you 2 different ways of solving this equation. One thing I want to point out, once you set up this equation, leave it alone. Don't try to write over it. Don't try to write over it. Some people start working on this equation and they make a mess. As a result, they lose points. Don't do that. Just leave it alone. Make it nice and clear to whoever is your reader. Could you do that for me? If you want to mess with it, you say, oh, I'm going to work on it, right? So for example, I'm going to use that fraction method. 40% is 40 over 100. Okay. 10% is 10 over 100. 30% is 30 over 100. There you go. You can work with it now here. I want to point out a common mistake. I saw this mistake a lot. Okay, some of you, some of my students who took this class in the past, what they do, they like my fraction method, and they will do this. So, oh, I like Ms. Wang's fraction method, so I'm going to make that case too. I'm going to do that too. What do you think of that? Are these 2 the same? Do you guys see the difference? Do you see that are these 2 the same?
No,
How?
it's 40% over 100.
This is 40% over 100. 40% over 100, if you write it in fraction, is actually 40. Okay, so this guy, 40% over 100 is actually 40 over 10,000. Do you follow me?
Wait, why is it over 10,000?
Because the percent sign has a meaning. Percent sign is the same as percent sign itself is 1 over 100. Percent sign itself is 1 over 100. Do you follow me? So when you have something like this, guess what? When you have something like this, what are you talking about? You are actually doing this. This is the same. You have 40 over 100, and you have another 100 in the bottom. That's why you actually have 40 over 10,000. Do you follow me?
Oh, I see.
Do you see that? Okay, so this is wrong. This is wrong. Wrong, wrong. Do you follow me? You really have to think about what you write it down, guys. Okay, mathematical symbols, every little thing means something. Okay, you can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna write it down and I'm thinking about something else and I just write this down. No, you shouldn't be doing that because you're gonna lose points left and right if you do that. Okay, so these are the mistakes I have identified. okay? I've seen in the past, and I certainly don't want to see these in this class. These are the mistakes I've seen in my past classes. Okay, we're at the beginning of this semester. I just want to tell you guys, you know, these are the mistakes your former, my former student have made. And they lost points. They lost points, of course. And I will see every mistake and every correct answer you make, every correct step you make. Trust me, that's how I'm being trained. Okay? So be very careful, everything you write it down and turn it in. And you always want to turn in your best work. Okay, I can just see, I can tell that if you're doing your best work. Okay, I can just tell that someone is in a rush or someone just, just get this done and get over with, and so I can move on to the next fun thing to do. All right. So I give you my best. I expect you to give me your best. Is that fair to ask? That's all I ask of you. How was that? How was that? Yeah.
It was phenomenal, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you. I love to sing. This is my moment of stardom.
Like it, Professor.
This is my moment of stardom. Okay. All right. So I make that clear. Clear all things. So these are the mistakes. Okay. These are the mistakes. So now I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean this up. And I'm going to show you I'm doing my fraction way. My fraction way. Okay. So if you want to do my fraction way, as I showed you last time, you don't have to show everything, but you need to know that's what it is. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 100 and then, reduced. So after I multiply by 100, right? So I'm right here, right? I'm going to multiply by 100 times 100 times 100 times 100. Multiply the same number on both sides of the equation, that if statement, principle number 4, right? We went over that last time. Okay, it's very similar, right? This is that if A is the same as B, AC equals to BC, where C cannot be 0. You guys follow me? Okay. If A is the same as B, okay, then I'm using that principle. I'm using that principle. Okay. And then what? 100 and 100 reduced, 100 and 100 reduced, right? Nice and clear. Flawless. I really don't like these crossings, as a matter of fact, because sometimes those crossings block the word. I cannot see the whole thing. So you don't need to cross these out on your paper, guys. If you put it clear, the reader can tell. You don't need to do the actual crossing, okay? So don't do that. I'm showing you there because it looks messy, isn't it? So now what do we get? I get 10 times 40. Okay, I'm going to trim it. Okay, I'm going to trim it. So you say, oh, I have to show so much work. No, not really. Okay, I'm just showing you the work in details, because if I don't, I will be in trouble, right? You're going to come back to ask me, how did you get that? How did you get that? So 10 plus x. 10 plus x is the same as x plus 10. So it's no difference. Okay, so I check my work, all the 100 are crossed out. So I have 30 times that, and I check my work. And now what do we have? We have 400 plus 10x equals to, distribute the 30, So we have 300 plus 30x. Right? And then what you do? You bring the x's together, right? We bring the x's together, what do we get? I got 20x equals to 100. What did you get? What did you get? Okay. If you get negative 20x equals negative 100, that's okay, same thing. Okay, you just use principle number 4, principle number 3, because all of these are if statement, right? Now x equals what? X equals 5. Okay. And then you're going to answer the question. How are you going to answer the question? The way to answer the question is already in your assumption right here. You just copy this sentence. And I would just say 5 gallons of 10% grape juice should be added to make 30%. I'm done. And on these steps, I would tell you, this step is really optional. These steps, right? One of these 2 steps can be optional. Okay, so this step can be optional. Okay, and no, let's put this step in the optional. This step is optional. How about that? Okay. And we're done. And I can even give you another version of the perfect work. Okay, let me show you another version of the work. Okay, because you asked me how much work do I need to show? Right? Is that the perpetual question? Yes, that's a perpetual question. Another version is even shorter. Okay, that's optional. And you can just get rid of these. And sometimes you can even just get rid of that. You still get your 5 points. Okay, 5 points, 2 points. 2 points. And all of these 5 points. Okay, so total 14 points. Okay, you're gonna have a word problem to show work kind of written quiz for this week. Okay, so this is a version number 2. Let me give you version number 3. Provided some of you like to do the decimal way. Okay, some people like to do the decimal way. Okay, that's not a problem. Then you get a 0.4, 0.1, 0.3, 0.3. Okay, and of course this will become 10. This will become 4, and this is 0.1, and this is going to be 3, And this is gonna be 0.3. So a 0.2. Wait. Let's see. 0.2, yeah, 0.2x equals to 1. So x equals to 5 as well. So this is a decimal version of your work. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
We shall take a break. Okay, so during the break, I'm going to show you these two versions of work. It's hard to show two versions at the same time, but you get it, right? You get it? So we're going to take a break for 10 minutes, and you come back. How about that? So come back. Coming back, I want to see your flashcards. Okay, break for 10 minutes. I will check your flashcards. Flashcards. Please take a picture. Please take one picture of all 6 flashcards and send it to Pronto during the break. Could you do that for me?
Professor?
Yes.
So I sent you a picture of what I believe is a flashcard. Is that is right? I sent it to you on Pronto like an hour ago.
An hour ago? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't check since. Because we were doing the lecture. Okay, Pronto. Okay. You send me the first page of that. No, I want you to write it down. I want you to write it down.
So it's the same thing as that. I just have to
You
write it down.
write it down with your own pen and paper or cards, and you take a picture, you show it to me.
All right, okay. Thank
Could you
you.
do that for me?
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. I have that, what you sent me in front of me in my, I'm not asking you to take, I need to know that you have written down by yourself. Okay, so please do that. So let me send this to everyone. I'm sorry, I sent it just to one person. That's not right. Okay, so let's take a minute, take a 10 minutes break. We come back at 11:45. Okay, back at 11:45.
I'm gonna need to send 2 because 2 of them are on the back of a piece of paper.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay. So come back at 11:45, and I need to see your that stuff. I need to see your handwriting. Okay, your handwriting. Okay, I'll see you later.